And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back to the RA Center here in Ottawa, Ontario. My name is Kyle Jans. Pleased to be joined here by Emma Miskew as we get ready for this morning or this afternoon's draw. This afternoon's draw in the Trials Direct Entry event between Colton Flasch of Saskatoon, Jason Gunnlaugson of Morris, Manitoba. These two teams are amongst the five here looking for two spots that will be directly available into the Tim Hortons curling trials coming up here in Saskatoon late November. Emma, how are you today?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Doing good. Can't wait to see these guys in action here. For Jason Gunnlaugson, actually, he drew the bye on the first day of competition, so this is his first time seeing the ice. Colton Flasch, of course, yesterday was out. He had his first game against Team Mike McEwen. It was a 5-3 loss. Emma, thoughts on being able to start a little bit later on here? Is that an advantage, disadvantage, and what can we expect from Jason Gunnlaugson in their first game here?
I did see them out practicing yesterday, so they did get ice at least, so it's not like their first time on the ice. But I would say that having a game under your belt is definitely an advantage versus playing your first game. You usually learn a little bit in your first game, and there's misses for both teams just as you learn the ice. So with them already having that game, I think that they maybe will be a little sharper to start, but we never know. Both teams are really great curlers, so I think it's going to be a great battle.
5 great teams all involved here, of course. We have Colton Flasch, Jason Gunnlaugson, Mike McEwen, as I mentioned earlier. The two others, Matt Dunstone and Glenn Howard. Glenn knows a thing or two about curling as well. These 5 teams competing in a modified round robin. What that is exactly, all teams are going to play each other once, so that's 4 games. Then based on their ranking, they'll be seeded, where the higher teams will get 2 games against the lower seeded, and we go on from there. After those games are played, there will be 2 spots available. If the 2 spots can be determined by the top 2 teams clear-cut, they will punch their ticket to Saskatoon and compete at the Tim Hortons curling trials. The other 3 teams that do not at this point, their journey is not over yet. They do get an opportunity to go to Liverpool, Nova Scotia, where they will get an opportunity to represent Canada at the Olympics, but they will have to go through the home hardware curling pre-trials. So quite a long road here for these teams, and it's really important for them to be hitting mid-season form right here in late September.
It's tough to do in September, but all these teams have put a lot of time on the ice over the past many years, and you don't just lose that ability. So I think you see some really great curling this week.
We see Connor Negevin here throwing his first after Colton Flasch elects to play a tight corner guard. Will be interesting to see how this end progresses, of course. Tend to see a lot of blanks early on, and might not be surprised to see another one coming up.
Yeah, it looks like this one's crashing on the guard, but tapped it far enough that there's no overlap, so blank is definitely in play.
Always amazing to watch these teams, and you watch ends get designed, and you see so many rocks in the house, and then next thing you know, you see a double, a run double, a triple, something, and all of a sudden it changes the end so quickly, and all of a sudden dealing with a blank, and it really different from the old school days of how blanks used to be played.
Yeah, they can throw such big weight and accurately, so clearing all the many rocks out at the same time is not uncommon for these guys.
See a nice shot here from Dan Marsh.
14-9.
Putting that right on the pin.
Great draw weight and well swept.
Always nice to have that in the back pocket right off the bat.
I wanted to stay down because he was playing that line pretty tight.
Connor Negevin, 2-time Tim Hortons Brier participant, representing Manitoba twice. Both times with Jason Gunnlaugson, and this team, or a variation of this team. Also competed with Jason at the 2017 Home Hardware Curling Pre-Trials. This one not quite where they wanted that.
No, it looked like that one was just a little bit heavy, so it ran straight longer, and
Top 4?
The red rock on the button was overburied, so even the tap, it chapped off. They can make a good freeze here. I think you might see some bailing.
It'll be close here. 15. Yours is 14-7, so 15's really good.
That's Kevin Marsh in the hack. If you see the fellow on the left there, that's Dan Marsh, and you can probably tell that they look pretty similar, identical twins. Both of them competing at the 2019 Tim Hortons Brier with Kirk Myers as their skip. They played Vice in second, Kevin at Vice.
Line's really good. Line's really good. Line's really good. Yep. Hard line. Hard, keep going. That's good.
Beauty, Kev. Real nice, bud.
Normal weight shot.
Really great shot. Another well-swept rock there.
Colton and the team seem dialed in early on at this point.
I think you'll get a little
I had
credit.
to hit that one. It's in a great spot for us. It's always a catcher now. Good shot.
Just as you predicted, we're going to see that now. It's Matt Wozniak. Looking to open things up. What do you think of that?
Yeah, he was so close to making the called shot and running it back onto the red ones, but he just missed that way and hit it into his own, which is, it looks really bad now, but he was really close to making the called shot, so it was just kind of some bad luck there, just on a bit of an overcurl.
Literally a game of inches, and we see that in this case here, so a great opportunity for Kevin to be able to cap that off and leave Gunnlaugson in a bit of a chasing situation here in this first end.
Line's good. Line's good. Line's good.
Yeah, it's all there, still down. It's all there. I don't think we ever.
I don't think they want to put this too tight because that makes the run back a little bit easier.
Finish it, Cat. Get a little under it. Yep. Good. It's good.
Shot. Real good.
They seem happy with that call there, just in front of the house in that 3 zone.
Same shot. 15-9 on that.
But it does bring that run back in closer, as you said there, Emma.
Yeah, it's a great guard for placement. It's guarding the rocks they wanted, but these run backs for these guys are not as hard as they make them look really easy. Oh, I jinxed him.
Just not quite the luck there. Didn't quite curl up.
15-9 on yours.
You see that sometimes that he threw his first rock and it curled a little bit, but could have been first rock down that line, so it got a bit more curl. So he threw his second one a little wider, but it also ran a bit straighter, unfortunately, hanging a little bit wide there.
Very much a matter of figuring out the ice in these early ends, and a lot of the time it's the team that can figure out the ice first that definitely does have the upper hand. So we'll see how Gunnlaugson adjusts to that. Looks like it will be a similar situation here.
Go, Kev! Keep going.
And this one won't quite be as close to the house, still covering those rocks, and looks like a pretty good shot by all accounts.
I would say that's a great spot.
Okay. Stick half, yeah, intern. That's the in, right? In, yeah. I don't think so.
It looks like he's trying
Going like
to
it's
I mean, ideally,
double
we actually
off
kinda
the yellow
like
guards,
put it- okay,
but
yeah,
also
so.
the tighter guard hopefully push that back into the red pile, while also removing the red rock from play, the guard from play. Trying to make a lot of rocks move.
A lot going on.
Real nice, Casey. Great shot.
Very happy with that outcome from Adam Casey there.
Yeah.
Opening up the house now.
I was
That
Getting one of
changes.
those out.
Yeah.
I just can't hit it thin.
It's looking a lot better now.
All it takes is one shot, absolutely.
Yeah. Kind of how I threw it. Like I threw it to basically hit there. I was like, I can't hit it thin.
It's good. Don't similar, guys.
Line's good.
Line's really good.
I got room right now.
Kevin's rock.
You're going to have to finish it, Kevin.
Kevin's rock.
Just wait.
Trying to
Just
put the
wait.
guard back into
Just
a
wait.
similar
When you
spot
can, Kev. When you can.
Go ahead.
Go, Kev. Go now. Go.
to keep the pressure on here.
Keep going. Gotta get to the line.
Easy,
Get to
easy.
the line. That's good. Shot. It's good.
It's good.
That's a
Really
good
good
spot.
spot.
Great execution.
They get most of that top rock there on the button, which seems to be the main goal there for them. Looking down, it looks nicely in line.
That's good.
Yeah, I'd rather tight.
Yeah, absolutely. They can hack it and roll right on top.
Adam Casey now.
Great shot, Casey.
Beautiful run back there. Clears out the house.
You're giving me for the A.
A really nice pair. He really cleared everything up, so Skip isn't in so much trouble.
Skipper will be happy about that. Adam, of course, one of very few curlers who has represented 4 different provinces at the Tim Hortons Brier, starting with Newfoundland, going out to PEI, Saskatchewan for a year, now settling in Manitoba where he's had his past 2 appearances. A well-traveled man. I'm sure he has some good air miles.
Yeah, that's what happens when you're a really good curler.
Your services are demanded.
Yes.
Yeah. And the rock that went the least easy was the guards.
So we see Colton Flasch here in the hack.
I was a little scared that I'm going to overtook it.
Bit of a new team, but an old team. He's familiar with curling with Dan and Kevin Marsh, of course. Adding Catlin Schneider is a great move as well after some shifts out in Saskatchewan. Instantly forms into one of the top teams within the province.
Right off. No, room. Lots of room.
Not a call.
And Colton's
Go ahead,
been a
Kev.
very successful
You really
skip,
gotta go.
but also
Yeah,
One
keep going.
World's playing
Go, go,
second
go,
for
go,
Kevin
go, go, go.
Cooey.
Okay, that's good.
I
Shot.
played mixed doubles with him in a Continental Cup, and he's an amazing sweeper. It's crazy to me that he can't sweep as well because he's so good at it. But
It's really good.
It's funny you mention that. I remember being at the Continental Cup in Vegas. I think it might have been that same year or another year, but he was with one of the Anderson sisters. I unfortunately don't remember which one, but he was like, oh no, I didn't let her sweep a rock the entire time. I took care of all that.
yeah, he's a very good sweeper. I was like, don't be heavy and don't be wide, and I'll be close.
Pop forward on my hand and just drive it in, and we want to move it a rock kind of thing.
But it's a line, obviously, shot.
Yes, but they swept like
So
in the
looks
past
like
block. I just think early we have to lean if we're not. If we're close, we
Jason's
gotta
going to be
like
playing a
down.
bit of a delicate hit weight, maybe board or hack we're looking at here.
Like in the
Yeah, that's
70s,
what I
65
feel like he's
range.
probably playing just to tap it back and sit in front, make it difficult to remove his yellow rock from play, and maybe set up a score of 2.
Killed it a little.
I think after the way the end started, he'd be pretty happy making sure that they get 1 here.
Line's good, Brock. Rim. Connor.
Connor going to curl it in.
Nice looking shot coming in.
Casey, go, Casey, you gotta go.
Great shot. Sits shot, tucked in nicely behind there, really well executed.
Yeah.
Shot. It's like dead buried.
Yeah, it doesn't look like you can see very much of it, so it's going to be a difficult
Yeah,
chase.
pick or this, one of the two.
I used to play hack too. It's easier.
Great line call.
I don't know, like it's.
He tapped it just far enough. What
I
an
never-
amazing sweep on that one.
Well, I don't think
Yeah,
we're
yeah. 2 more
sticking
feet
is the
away.
thing, so I think it might be picks, like just.
I heard the back eight
Just
and I
normal
called the
pick?
switch.
Yeah,
that
a little
went
hard to
all
come
the
in
way
with
right
any
here.
type of weight on this
Really
one, it
sucks
looks
the
like,
stuff
but
back by
looks
the
like they're going to be trying to peel it out there with using that top one,
I think they're just trying to
or
pick
just
it.
trying to pick.
Yeah, which doesn't look great to my eye, but they're great sweepers and they throw it hard very well, so I think he'll be close on this.
Like, I think he's got maybe a half inch.
We'll need to come in with some pinpoint precision.
If you just go, it's basically impossible.
Whoa! Yep! Yes! Hard! Really hard! Hard!
Will he hold it? No. So that move does not pay off here.
I think I throw like back forward on my hand and just play like the same
mentioned, I think
shot,
you
jiggle
could hear them talking there, and
Or do you
someone
see a
mentioned
draw?
if they
We
just
don't see
guarded
a
that
See a
hole,
draw.
it
The
was a
only
really
thing
hard
was, like, maybe
to.
playing this with, like, control.
I think I agree. Chase there looks so hard.
After this end, right?
Is it a matter of maybe being in an early end and feeling like you can take that type of risk this early on?
Yeah, that definitely plays a factor. In a 10-end game, if you get down a couple points, there's still a lot of time to catch up. Looks like they have to play to either chop off or nose hit.
An inch or two low with this kind of weight.
The reason they have to tap it is because they can't draw to their own rock and be shot over the back red. So they have to move the back red a little bit, and the easiest way to do that is to tap their own rock onto that red rock.
Looking pretty good for Jason Gunnlaugson. And didn't start out the way they wanted, but has a shot for two here on the last rock of the first end.
Gotta go, Connor, come on.
Getting
Come
the
on,
sweep
come on,
over.
come on, no. Keep going, keep going, keep going.
Great shot. And that's a score of 2 for Jason Gunnlaugson, which when you looked at the beginning of the end, that wasn't on the board by the looks of it.
Yeah, I definitely would not have seen that coming, but skips 2 is a very common thing in this game, and those are some great shots by Adam Casey to give the opportunity to get 2 there.
We've
"Oh,
got
man, we need this to
a
really bend
full
now."
slate
I thought we didn't
of
make it
games
enough.
out here on the ice right now. We've got in the pre-trials direct entry event, Sean Meacham is up against Vincent Roberge, and that is 2-0 for Roberge and the team from Quebec.
Go turkey dinner for us vegans.
Dunstone and McEwen, they're in the second end, and it looks like they had a blank in the first, so they're at 0-0. Corey Chambers and JT Ryan battle for the pre-trials direct entry, both teams from Winnipeg, and Corey Chambers has a 1-0 lead.
I like it.
And then in the A
16's
semi-final of the
Yeah, I
women's
think 16 is a guard.
pre-trials direct entry event, Laurie St. George and Jesse Hunkin from North Battleford, Saskatchewan, they're scoreless after 1 due to a blank end.
Good?
Line's good
You're
early.
fine.
Always chasing.
There.
Always chasing. Tight half. Easy.
Pretty tight.
Tight half. 2/3.
It's like they're trying to throw up a guard here.
This one looking pretty close. Slides in a bit.
Lots of curl there, too.
Yeah, me. Good throw.
Hey, that is a cutter. The 8 is it cutting?
Yes.
Okay.
Like that's the note, and it's cutting.
That explains it.
It's Jason explaining that that was a cutter. Could you maybe go into a little bit of what they were just discussing there, Adam and Jason?
Yeah, every rock is unique, and they try to make them, the ice makers try to make them as close as possible to each other. But there are some rocks that will curl a little bit more, or some of them curl a little bit less. And the ones that curl a little bit more are called, we call them cutters. So at the end, it just finishes harder than the other rocks that you're throwing with. So often teams will give those rocks to their lead, get them, they can manage them, get them out of the way quickly.
Line's close.
And then the rest of the rocks hopefully are all matched to each other.
Half.
2/3. Looks very hot.
Then these rocks, as I know has been mentioned on previous broadcasts, but these are the rocks that were used in the Calgary Hub City bubble. All have been reconditioned a touch from Canada Curling Stones, so
I think this is
maybe a little bit
simple
different
cross
from
curling.
what teams have been used to, what they've seen of these rocks so far when they did spend some time out in Calgary. And something that I'm sure many teams will be monitoring throughout
Connor?
this event
Connor.
as well.
For most events,
I think like if
they
that 8's not
will,
in a perfect
the ice
spot,
makers
there's some
will,
speed difference
it's called
between him and
papering the
five.
rocks.
I
So
thought you threw
they
at
have
least 8
sandpaper,
feet, 10 feet
and
right
they
there.
use that on the bottom running surface of the rock, and it kind of resets them. It makes them curl a little bit more.
I think there's some
And
difference
in
between
doing
those
that,
two
the rock tendencies usually change. So having a rock book for many years is usually
Weight's really
making
good.
tons of changes on it
Weight's
because it
perfect.
never is consistent or it never stays the same.
I just think the 8's slower than the 5.
Colton Flasch now setting up that corner guard, getting a nice one tucked away behind cover here now.
Looks like they're going to chase this.
Hack weight looks to be the call.
It's a gradual curl.
Matt Wozniak here with the hack weight shot. Formerly well established with Mike McEwen. That team won. We're the runners-up at the 2017 Tim Hortons Curling Trials.
Die in the frost. Die in the frost. Great shot, Waz. Beach.
So they might have been going for that one at the back, but it looks like it was a good plan B for them.
Yeah, that was a pro side miss.
The goal there?
If he's not going to make the shot perfectly, it's better to hit the guard over a little bit and roll to center than it would be to just go by on the wide side and miss everything. Now that red is open for them to hit, and they have 3 rocks in the control zone in the middle, so it is a great miss on that one. Trying to clear out some of those yellows in the front there.
You mentioned that control zone, and yeah, they clearly see just how important those rocks can be. Either available for options to run in later on or promote.
Came out of it, made its move. Yeah. Okay.
Good. Nose is good.
Was one thing my coaches and juniors always tried to bang into our heads. You want to have control of the house in the front, but I always tended to throw back house weight anyway.
Weight's good, close, really close, really close, really close.
Looks like they're just trying to nose this one.
Clean, clean, clean. Perfect. Great throw.
So what would be the strategy behind maybe just nosing instead of maybe wanting to roll behind
Lots of room to
cover
roll,
there?
Either
roll
one
over
would be
there.
good. I think that the roll behind they maybe weren't calling just because the run back is so short.
Good throws.
So they wanted to keep separation between the 2 yellows that they have in the rings right now. But that's just showing the respect they have for the other team and their ability to make run backs more than anything.
Hard down.
Really close on making that roll. It just looked like it hung out a little bit wide.
Okay. We're never going low here.
Probably normal.
Yeah, I was right here.
Control's good. Control. Just away a rock.
Okay.
So we'll look at
He must be setting up the
Jason
double,
Gunnlaugson
right?
here. Adam Casey, that is, in the hack. Looking for a board weight hit, and it looks like they're wanting to roll to the outside a little bit.
Easy.
Clean.
Easy, easy. Clean. Clean it. Yep.
Hard.
Right to it.
Connor Negman trying to keep that one straight.
Great shot.
Colton made.
Normal. Normal. Same as Kev.
And now with the rock in that position, it looks like with the roll, is there a chance of keeping that shooter above the tee line at this point, or are we expecting maybe a roll behind the tee?
It looks like it would be
Well,
on the verge. It's definitely going to be close to rolling behind the tee line, but I think then they'd be forcing Gunnlaugsson's team into maybe a draw chase instead of a run back.
But it will have to stick first.
They
And that
didn't-
shot from Catlin Schneider going to roll out.
They didn't seem to be panicked early on that, but it was a little bit wider than the other hits they were throwing, so I wonder if it was just a little bit fresh there.
still pretty good.
They talked about some frost
Was that heavy normal?
on the board, or close to the boards on the sheet. It's very humid today in Ottawa, so if there's a little bit of frost there, it would make the rock kind of grab and curl more than it would normally would.
It's certainly been raining nonstop, I think, since the start of these events yesterday.
This other one too, right? You roll right to the top of the button with this other one as well.
It's like they're trying to put a drawback almost to the same spot that it just was in.
Just was. We're sweeping.
Back 4 is perfect.
Back
T's perfect.
14-5. Should be all there.
Good.
What'd you get?
Stay with it, Connor. All you.
7?
This one going back maybe a little bit further than what they were hoping here.
Beauty.
Yeah, I
Go off
wonder
this
if Colton Flasch will switch gears now.
You make the double.
Looking at the double here, looking to eliminate some Gunnlaugson rocks.
Board.
I like control.
Okay.
I roll into it.
Going too early is.
Roll here is fine.
If you're high
Control.
on
I don't think
If that double is made, ultimately it looks like maybe blank would be the target or the goal for this end.
Yeah, based off the weight they're throwing, I think they're trying to maybe hit and roll in front of it,
Yep, yes!
make it difficult to hit.
Hard!
Hard.
It's Dan Marsh on the sweep.
now we have no choice.
Yeah.
Now we have.
And that one
What's the ideal depth?
surprises them a little bit.
The ideal depth, like almost biting
That
the button. Like,
did something similar to what the other side his hit did, where they weren't panicked early and then it
That
took
wasn't
off
close.
and they couldn't hold it. So
What do you think out of my hand?
that could be, like we were talking about, either the frost or some fresh pebble that's just
control,
causing a little bit more movement on hits than they were expecting.
Yeah, well, we flash up like a half a foot.
Certainly a bit of a surprise, but now this gives
top of the actual button, like
Jason a
full
good
stop
opportunity to really take control of the house here. Looking like they want to be in that top 4, bite the top of the button.
It's just frosty up there. I threw control for sure. I was even heavy out of my hand.
Yeah. Yeah, barely got past that.
Should be good. Not horrible though.
Line's close.
Hard line, you gotta go.
Line. Line. Hard line.
Looking for a piece of the button here, top 4.
Oh, you're on the top. Yep, keep going. Try to bounce.
Wozniak, Negevin on the sweep.
Try to bounce.
And another one,
Yes, you want to get it off so you run it.
curling up a little
Yeah.
more than expected.
They were definitely good to make sure they bounced that off and didn't leave it a stagger overlap on those 2 yellows. Otherwise, Colton Flasch could come around it and there would be a much more difficult run back.
No option essentially for them there if they stayed staggered.
Exactly.
Like we're easily into the 8 foot, like, and we didn't crush it. That's a 2.
Okay, so, I mean, draw the button. We're coming just inside of that.
We had
barely.
here, draw a button. We might get into a little bit of
No,
a
it just
frost,
kinda-
but
yeah.
I think it's...
I think it's supposed to draw a button.
Buttons have thrown more weight.
I agree.
I think so.
We gotta play it though, so we err on the high side. You can push it all the way over here.
Looks like they're calling the tap here.
When I was calling.
If you get it to here, T-line, it's great, because then
This, I think, might just go. And then it went.
I think we can just take it.
Tap.
We can.
Tap it back.
Not looking at that draw on the other side, maybe not really feeling the ice over there and what they've seen from that side so far.
Yeah, or they think that going straight behind those yellow rocks is an easier run back for Jason Gunnlaugson, whereas if they tap the red on the nose here, it's a tough yellow run back. They'd probably have to run the red one back. It's always a little more difficult running the opposition's rocks in versus your own.
A lot more can go wrong there.
Yes.
okay,
Dan Marsh on the sweep.
you gotta go line. Half to go line. All the way.
Calling hard for line.
Jesus. Sit. Okay.
Over curls, and maybe doesn't look like the weight was there either.
Yeah, I think the sweepers thought it was there, and then once they called
Like he's got a really
hard line and they started sweeping it, the weight must have all come off at that point. They're
This-
unfortunately not sitting shots, so
They were saying back eight.
they don't have to hit that. They can just draw another one in.
But it's like you can see that frost there. You know it's going to come down. You just got to try to play it, right?
You guys like the wrap?
They're good.
Certainly dealing with some frosty conditions here. Let's see how the gunner can respond here. Could get a chance to apply some pressure and maybe even a steal here with this draw.
Okay. So I'm going to throw in the like low 70s. Like throw it a little harder.
It's like they think it's going to be a little bit slower going out wider here because of that frost.
Big boost. If you can. Yep. Yep.
Both Wozniak and Negevin on the sweep.
Hey, you're by. You're by. T-line, Matt's rock now. T, but no more than T. Yep.
Line
Yep.
looks good.
Yep. Keep going, keep going, keep
Weight
going,
looks
keep
good.
going, keep going, keep going.
Good. Just let Matt do it.
It's a great shot.
Give him a slip double.
Like it's over buried as well.
It's like
Can't see anything there.
You just gotta
Great
tap
shot.
that one for one. Or like play it onto it, but. I mean, if you play it, how much can you see that?
Colton Flasch now facing a lot of pressure here early
How much
on
do
in
you
the
see
game.
Yes, this is not an easy shot.
curious,
we're
like-
by kind of throw and it's still like
You hit what you can
would
see.
hit the guard if we didn't do as good at sweeping as we did.
There's nothing
Yeah, I
over
think
here
we
though,
should
so.
take, like a good amount
Just
of
gotta play for
there's
it.
no hole, and then we'll play from there.
Looks like just a run back the Rocky tapped in for one.
Straight, like 90.
Lightweight on this. Maybe just hack, make sure that they
We still didn't take it up right.
at least outcount the other yellow. They don't want to give up a 2 steal here, and that can happen.
Just easy control.
Managing the frost, managing the ice, and we'll see what he can do here.
Been a few overcurls in a row in this spot, so it looks like he's taking a little extra ice to account for that.
They kept here a lot though.
Whoa, read off! Kevin, you gotta go! Hard, Kev! Hard! Okay.
So as you said there, Emma, that hack weight, just to keep it in play, they did count it down to 1, but that was indeed a steal for Jason Gunnlaugson, now leading 3-0 over Colton Flasch early in this game. We did see Kevin Marsh trying to sweep that one in, so it doesn't look like it over-curled like they were anticipating.
No, a little extra weight can sometimes keep them straighter, but that's the third down that line, and maybe they broke down the pebble a little bit, or maybe they were just anticipating it. But it looks like a little bit of a tricky surface because of that frost right now, so they're just going to have to figure out where that is and try to manage it the best that they can. But it is the same surface for both teams, luckily, and they'll try their best. In a 10-end game, it's still far from over, so they'll try their best here to get 2 or maybe 3, but hopefully at the very least score. And then they're back. They can turn things around and get back on track.
Still lots of curling to be played. Also lots of curling going on all the other sheets here. We have 5 sheets in full action. Earlier updated you on the pre-trials direct entry event. Sean Meacham still trailing. Still trailing Vincent Roberts 2-0. And then also in the pre-trials direct entry event, Corey Chambers retains a 1-0 lead over JT Ryan following a blanked end in the second. For the women in the pre-trials direct entry, we have the A semi-final, and Jessie Hunkin with a 2-0 lead after blanking the first end over Laurie St. George of Quebec. And then also we have another direct trials entry event happening for the men here, another game rather, and that is Matt Dunstone with a 1-0 lead over Mike McEwen after scoring 1 in the second end.
They might be banished from rock matching. After saying that 8 of those 4 rocks were perfect.
Lots of action, 4 different events occurring here between men and women events. You can catch all of it, all the latest scores, all the latest stats and records at curling.ca/scoreboard.
Just in, just out, kind of thing. Just in, out.
Both those guards are I think, higher than they
like
wanted
even
on
6 is
both
probably
fronts.
So this will provide an opportunity later on if there is something tucked behind.
There.
More of an opportunity to get at it with that higher guard there.
You sure?
Yeah, the way this ice curls, you can chase anything behind them.
Line's getting good.
We're okay. We're just up 12.
Only was if we're sweeping. 14-2.
Yeah, he does look like, from my side, it looks like he's flying out of the half.
Good. Great
Good,
shot.
Connor. Good judge.
Tucks it away nicely, though. Colton Flasch looking for a freeze here.
Just freeze. $14.75 maybe? It's gonna be heavier.
When he says 14.75, he means a time between both hog lines that can tell you a little bit about what the draw speed is.
Yeah, I like it though.
14.75 approaching 50, and that's some pretty fast ice.
Yes, and that's very specific on the 75.
Still there. Tapping.
When the ice is patchy due to frost, it's really helpful to know if certain spots are more like a 14 and other spots are more like a 15 seconds hog to hog. It can make a big difference on how much weight you're throwing out of your hands. So communicating like that is really helpful in precision on the ice.
Your light on his, so
And that one turned out pretty good. I think I heard 14.72 on the call from Catlin there, and got that one frozen on very nicely.
Yeah, it was a great shot.
I got there too. T! We're just here. You can clean. You can clean.
It's heavy.
Top 4. Top 4 T. T. We're T plus. Back 4.
Straight.
Straight. Go.
We're good. We're racking off.
I think there he was trying to see if maybe call straight to sweep it to get by and maybe come around everything, but realized as soon as you said it, the rock started to curl. So
The Rock had other plans.
yeah,
I got 13.8.
Oh, it was drawing the button speed, and I timed that as 4. His drawing the buttons were like 4.22. It's not bad.
So
Just
Colton
be
Flasch
extra
seeing an
nice and
opportunity
polished
here to remove a Gunnlaugson stone and get control. I guess putting one in front of that Yellowstone, that shot, could be a good opportunity for a run back later on in this end, or maybe the next shot.
Control.
I think he wants to roll just a little past nose on that yellow rock so that he doesn't leave a double off the two reds.
Hard.
Not a bad spot there.
You can hit the outside one.
That yellow center guard certainly
Okay.
being a factor here.
Pretty good call.
Try and kick it as far as we can, kind of thing.
Looks like you're just going to leave him a double, no?
Control.
Fine.
So the call here looks to be to
I agree.
hit and
But
roll
he's
that
trying to
in
hit it
and
it.
kick that yellow stone out a little bit.
Yeah, just move it around so it's not right behind the red, and that way they can hit the red out.
Hair big. Nose might not be terrible.
Straight. Shooter. All you
Good,
can.
that's good.
Okay, nice.
Oh, fell.
Looks like it was running a little straight on them, so instead of nosing it and making
Good shot.
Colton Flash's team shot a little bit easier, they decided to sweep it and roll it out to the wing a little bit just to change things up.
This is fine.
A little bit of a plan B shot, but all the top teams or any curling team should always have that plan B, C, D sometimes in their back pocket as the rock is coming down the ice. And we see that in action here.
Try to get the most out of every shot if it's not working out perfectly.
Girl, go down.
Rolling back a little bit.
Okay.
Kevin Marsh getting that nose hit,
Not much
tiny
there.
little roll inside.
Didn't do much. He's doing good.
Control him just underneath
Hey.
it, kind of.
Good throw.
That's control, Connor.
Hit and roll to here.
Okay.
Yeah, he said he threw good. Didn't do much. Good weight was good. Yeah.
Weight's good.
There's Adam Casey coming in with the hit. And again, getting that on the nose, not quite what they were looking for.
Yeah, it seems like it's a little challenging to figure out how to roll exactly where they want to right now. They're all very close, so it's given it's only the third end, they're still learning the ice a little bit and breaking it down.
Control.
Once it goes, it's gone. That's what I was thinking. I didn't want to fucking call him.
You're saying once it goes, it's gone, so you're trying to anticipate that curl, but if you hit it too early, then you really do keep it straight.
Hard! Hard!
Whoa. Oh, it's just good.
I think the red double might be there now, so you might see them.
Up high enough
Need more
now.
ice than that.
Yeah.
We're taking a broom and a half with the board. It's never going to stay on the outside. They're curling there.
He says thick half, that's the piece that he wants him to hit. It just helps
Just open the broom up.
with big weight to know exactly what piece you're aiming to hit.
That's my end. Oh, yep.
We'll get the touch there. Sitting 1 and 2. Looks to be pretty nicely behind cover there, too.
Yeah, it's a great result.
Call Casey like
And hitting it a little bit thick is definitely the miss there. If you hit it thin of the piece you were wanting to hit to make that double, you would have just gone into that yellow rock of their own and definitely not helped the situation. But that is a great result. So even though that red rock's still in play, they are sitting 2 behind a guard.
Does it look like Caitlin Schneider here is just looking to rearrange the house a little bit?
I think he's probably trying to tap the shot rock yellow through and sit in front of it, the other yellow.
Going on anything over here?
Trying to get that curl there. And an unfortunate miss.
Fly it?
Yeah, that seemed to run a little straight on
Connor,
them.
just rip it.
Is that heavy?
I'm sure little surprising for the team as they try and figure out the weight tolerance and what it will and won't do on some of these pads here. But that miss puts Jason Gunnlaugson into a pretty good position here, looking to rip out that one red stone there. And Colton Flasch will be looking at least probably 3 or 2 at least.
Yeah, I think he said he wanted to roll out on this. Just the nose leaves an easier shot for Colton Flasch. So I think he just wants to get it right out of the way and make his shot a lot more difficult.
Jason Gunnlaugson with his first in the third end. 3-0 lead.
Same shot?
Kills it just as planned.
Yeah.
The shot would be coming this way too. Just getting rid of one and going to here.
Yeah. I mean, you try to get these
We played this draw enough.
Yeah,
That it should
then
be
he's gonna
reasonable.
guard. We draw for one, I guess.
Colton and Catlin look to be discussing the same shot here that Catlin attempted.
few guards. Yeah, I might have something.
Yes, I think
Draw this way, let's do.
they're saying that they just want to make sure that they leave themselves a draw path as well. So the ideal is to hit it as close to nose as they can and sit in front. And then maybe leave themselves a shot for 2. But if not, they definitely want to have a draw path in there for 1.
Colton Flasch, 2019 Tim Hortons Brier champion, is second for Kevin Cooey. That team went on to win the silver medal at the World Championship, hosted in Lethbridge.
Close! Whoa, off. Kevin! Kevin, really gotta go. Really gotta go. Harder, keep going.
leading that sweep.
Hey.
Looks like that 4-foot line there is pretty straight.
Yeah.
Heavy?
Tap it.
Like, that's the ripper.
Yeah.
Two rocks that really had to work their way over
Tap it
there.
2 feet and roll the hair low.
Will be interesting to see how the teams adjust to that as we go forward. And it looks like,
That's what I
though,
see, yeah. T-line weight.
Gunnlaugson discussing another opportunity to put in a third.
Yeah, I think they're trying to figure out the best spot to put pressure on, but also not leave an opportunity for a blank in throwing either a double or a triple. So I think their decision was to tap up the rock that's just touching center line up to the button and sit just high to make it really difficult for Colton Flasch to score one.
Low 2 feet, and then I think it's the force.
Want a hair more?
Jason thinking it very much could be a force, this one, if he executes this one perfectly.
Yeah, that's definitely. You're down. Yeah. I'm gonna throw like, top button out of my hand kind of thing and just drive it.
Gunnlaugson has competed in one Tim Hortons curling trials in his career as a skip. That was back in 2009. He went the route through the pre-trials. He's also been alternate on various teams, both in 2013 and in 2017.
Oh. Touch it. It's good. It's a good shot, Jay.
Absolutely dead perfect. Worked out perfectly.
Very happy with that outcome.
Yeah, I'm scoring one is going to be very difficult. He's going to have to draw a pin here.
It's a little fluky, but absolutely amazing.
Okay, hey, just wait.
I like how
I
you
give you here.
And another thing, I guess, to be concerned about, as we were mentioning earlier, is that straight 4-foot line there. And do you think that will have an impact on this draw? Or is it because it's a little bit less weight, it might not be as big of an impact?
It looks like the draws are finishing pretty nice, so I don't think they're going to have an issue with this running too straight on the draw. I think the last shot that he threw that ran straight, he was also throwing a solid hack on that, which with hit weight will run straighter.
The nearest one is like out and that way.
This is just a cold draw to the pin, no backing, so
Easy peasy.
yeah. I think his good goal would be to at least outdraw the 2 rocks in the 8-foot, or touching the 4-foot there.
Colton Flasch.
That's good.
I got a little light.
Have
Right on the
Kevin
tee.
and Dan
Easy
Marsh on the sweep.
Room. Too much room, guys. Too much room. Okay, switch and go then. Switch and go. Switch and go.
Really needing to curl.
Go, both of you.
Hard.
Really
Go,
needing
go,
to
go,
curl.
Go, go, go.
Can they get it there?
Really great weight, like right on the tee line. Just maybe a little bit too much ice for that spot.
Not the worst outcome of this end. It could have been a lot worse. Gunnlaugson stealing one here.
What I get on that? High 14s.
4-0 lead now over Colton Flasch. Coming out firing.
Everything wider. Is
After
just
not having a
across
game
line.
yesterday and drawing the bye, everything seems to be going very well for this team from Morris, Manitoba.
Edge of 8 and out. Yeah.
Still 6 ends to play, so it's far from over.
Definitely needing to look to formulate a couple of deuces here in the next few ends. And a score
That was very positive.
heading into this 4th end would be very beneficial. Looking around here, just to give you a few more score updates. Mike McEwen leads Matt Dunstone 2-1 after scoring a deuce. That's in the direct trials event. In the pre-trials direct entry, Vincent Roberge now has a 3-0 lead over Sean Meacham.
I got a feeling it was tight ice because we was out.
In a battle of Winnipeg, Corey Chambers and JT Ryan tied at 1 apiece.
It was pretty much can't miss.
We have an A semifinal in the women's pre-trials direct entry, and Jesse Hunkin looking very good in that right now with a 3-0 lead over Quebec's Laurie St. George.
Let's put some pressure on them.
Notice that Gunnlaugsson's team is still throwing up a guard even though they're up 4-0, and that's just due to the 5-rock rule. You can't really take your foot off the gas at any point and throw them into the rings because you can't peel until, second rock in this position for them. So they are still throwing up the guard, and they're going to try to put the pressure on with offense.
Line's good, line's good, line's good. Should just be able to clean this and stop here. Line's good.
Certainly a very different style of game with the 5-rock rule in place now.
I think so.
Can even heard Jason as the rock was coming in saying, let's put some pressure on them, keeping that one in the front. Yeah. Looks like now they'll draw into the house here using that that guard that was just thrown in their first attempt. Connor Negevin here. His wife, Selena Negevin, curling with Tracy Fleury, of course. They've booked a spot to the Tim Hortons curling trials, and Connor would certainly like to be there too.
Definitely. There haven't been as many draws thrown on that side of the sheet, so I think it looks like it's running a little bit slower than the outturn coming home.
Great shot.
Line's
Fuck,
good,
it just sucked out of it.
What?
Line's good.
I was heavy leaning and I still sucked out of it. And I was like, what the fuck?
Line's good.
It's there. It's all there. Kevin, if anything?
No, line's perfect.
Yeah.
Dan Marsh here, throwing the double corner guard.
Good shot.
Those are two nice shots.
This also worked.
Really good.
Sometimes we see teams put corner guard on each side of the sheet. Sometimes we see this double corner guard. What's the strategy and thinking behind that?
Both are good options. I think a lot of teams are going all to one side
Nullifies the corner.
more now to leave one side of the sheet open for a draw if you need a way into the button. If you throw it on both sides, sometimes you might choke off your draw to the button.
Yep. Back 4, T. Back 4.
Looks like they're playing to slightly rearrange these rocks here and maybe tap it up.
Matt Wozniak coming in with that back 4 T-weight. Promotes it up a bit. Of course, Colton is not going to be paying too much attention to that right now. They're in a point where they really need to produce some bigger ends, at least a few deuces, so they're going to be utilizing those 2 corner guards that were just placed up.
He went with it though. He didn't have to.
Yeah, imagine after this they'll play to clear out the center a little bit, but they wanted to get one draw in there first.
Top 8. Top 8.
Top 8. Deep's okay.
Okay, we're skating good now.
Go, Cat, go, Cat, go. Start call. Gotta go, both of you.
Dan Marsh, Catlin Schneider calling about top 8 weight. Colton Flasch getting the sweep in there, and he'll drag it back a little bit.
Shot. Hi, boy.
Feel a top guard.
Very happy with that outcome, I would say.
It's a great shot.
Kev, you might be doing a freeze on this one now. Maybe.
Now, of course, the advantage of that double corner guard. If double peel is not there, it peels and you still have that protection from the other one.
Yeah, it takes 2 peels to get access.
Hard freeze.
Well, you can roll it if you want. Yeah.
Great shot.
This is hard to freeze it. Go board.
So board weight hit here.
Just
Yeah, it'll
board.
throw.
Yeah. Smart or not. But I get you.
Heavy board! Heavy board!
From second, Kevin Marsh.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Heavy board. Call.
Still a pretty good result there. They didn't get the roll they wanted, but they stuck around, and Gunnlaugson's team does have to deal with that.
Good throw. Good throw.
This is smarter than the guard. Yeah, this,
Just-
look, if I get this under the goal.
That top 12 rock, somewhat in contention, but does look like there's enough room for it to clear around.
Hair slower, or you think it's okay?
Team Gunnlaugson advanced to the quarterfinals of the Stu Sells Oakville Tankard a couple weeks ago. Ended up losing to the eventual winner, Bruce Moat from Scotland. He's been on a heck of a tear over the last over this past year, I would say.
Hard! Whoa! Hard! Whoa!
Curl. Real nice. Real nice throw. It's hard to hear.
Once
Sorry.
again, that nose hit there.
Yeah, it was really good weight control.
Good sweet,
It
Maddie.
looks like it's not that easy to get under, but I also think no one wants to play it that tight and potentially tick that top yellow
it's a
rock. You
pretty
got to
hard
make
line
sure
call,
that you're
you can't
by.
touch the yellow.
Caitlin Schneider here has aspirations to, of course, represent Canada in the four-player game. We'll see what he does here. Whoa.
Really nice shot.
Well executed there. Not much room from that one in the top 12. Great shot. Aspirations to represent his Canada in the four-player game. Also a pretty good mixed doubles player as well with Shannon Burchard.
Yes, we played against them a couple times. They're tough to beat.
Looks like that should go on in the corner.
Catlin was in the Ali Jenkins mixed doubles memorial bonspiel, where there was indeed a berth on the line for the top-rated Canadian team that makes it to the semifinals. Schneider one win away from that with his partner Jennifer Armstrong. But can certainly expect to see Catlin and Shannon contending in the future there.
Whoa! Close?
Yep.
No.
Make it.
Ooh. So it looked like they were trying to clear out the front there a little bit and didn't quite get what they were looking for, or?
Yeah, you consider that a little bit fortunate that
Yeah, like
he
15
ticked
to here.
that guard and still hit the rock in the rings. But that happens in sport.
That's curling, yeah.
If we make a double field, then we'd have a double set up.
Felt good.
Just a
A
wee
little bit early.
It's another
In my head, it looked
example
like
of
Nana,
Jason
so I was
saw
like, I
it
need to make sure I
and
didn't give it, but I didn't.
went to call the sweeping
Mine's good.
to tick the guard and hit the rock in the ring. So
Kevin's rock. Kevin, go deep.
You gotta curl.
Kevin, go deep.
Curl. That's okay as long as it stays second shot.
Oh,
It's good.
I guess they're looking to take that one deep. Obviously didn't want to leave it too far up.
Just normal and
I think just to make sure it was getting buried, they already knew it was going to go past even with the other red in the ring. So they didn't want to leave it in a spot where if you run that yellow rock on center back, it was a natural double.
nose.
We're playing out.
In turn. Normal and try and get it to line up.
So Jason here attempting the run back.
Just
Where would he
almost
ideally like
there
this
is no,
Yellowstone that
just
he's running in to
high
go?
doubles, so.
I think what he said was just he wanted to line them up. So he wants to hit it like just low so that they kind of roll to the same line so that Colton Flasch can't just hit the shot rock in the house.
Matt Wozniak on the sweep.
Hard, Casey.
Casey.
So they hit it a little higher than they wanted to, and that's why the rock sprung out from
Yeah, like you
to
saw
not
Kevin,
stay
he's
under
not gonna
cover.
do a lot. Even Hack's
But
good.
still a great shot to remove the red rock from play.
Happy when it did the whole way down the sheet.
Okay.
Could have gave it a few more rolls. They called it really well.
Like, we swept mine a little early and it held pretty straight, so.
Again,
Get
we're
the
in
weight
that
right.
straight part of the ice here, especially with that rock here. Looks like they're curling it out away from the center line in this one.
Heavy hack.
Yeah, I think ideally he wants to roll under cover.
Probably best to overroll it just a sliver.
Yeah, roll it dead base, pretty darn good.
Have to be careful with where it's hit, as the jam possibility is there. Colton Flasch here with his first in the fourth end.
Yep.
Looking to score a couple.
Yep. Hard. Really hard. Really gotta go. Hard. Hard. No roll. Good shot. Really nice.
Very nice.
Good line call, good sweeping, good throw. That's a great team shot.
Tricky out there, though. Out in the frost, it might be a tough
enough of
shot.
it, or?
I don't know, because the draw is pretty juicy, but I gotta see it. I can't call it without seeing it.
Good shot.
The
He's
draw
trying-
is pretty juicy, Jason says.
He's trying to decide whether he can see enough of that red rock to play the double. And if he can't, then I think he's going to play the draw to freeze on that rock.
Normal.
Yeah, rip, yeah, okay, yeah.
I literally have two things. One's this, and one's this.
You see the hand moving? Sweet.
Oh, yeah.
Looks like he can see enough.
A little less. Like just where we want to hit it.
Just poked out a little too far.
It's all right. Hey, like, these are the shots we have to make in play. If you ever nick that red or something, right?
Looking at the screen there, it does look like you can see
You like this one?
good portion of that rock there.
Yeah, I think at least half from the hack.
Yeah. It's like thick half.
Hit what he can see from the hack, and it should be a successful shot.
This is definitely the safer call when you're up 4-0, because even if you just get one of them, it's only 2.
Yep.
Hard! Keep going.
Sorry guys.
And there it is. Does stick that back one.
I like right here.
This does give Colton Flasch his chance to get a deuce here, have the lead.
Great sweep, Matt.
Actually, what about this draw? It might be easier. We know it better.
You definitely blocked me right out there. Didn't say anything. But
It's good. It's the right angle when you do.
Yeah, probably the draw you guys saw in 15.
There was very few air seconds where I wasn't yelling hard on repeat. I think he got it.
Colton here electing to draw to the wing, it looks like, as opposed to drawing into the button. Obviously, it doesn't really matter too much where this one goes, as long as it touches some paint.
No,
The first three.
I thought I threw it pretty good, but then it started curling, and I was
It
like,
was just like fresh, right?
yeah,
Like,
it has to be so
you
fresh.
probably could have threw it the way I threw mine.
Must just be a line that he's comfortable with the draw speed there.
This thing and hit the guard, like,
Line's good.
Line's really good, guys.
this is what it is.
Colton
Line's
Flasch
never an issue.
executed some great draw weight last
Easy,
end there. Looking pretty good on this one, too.
Shot.
That'll be a score of 2 for Colton Flasch here. Trails Jason Gunnlaugson 4-2 now as we head into the 5th end here at the Canadian Trials Direct Entry event.
Yeah, it's
5 men's teams battling for 2 spots.
Like, their results pretty minty, really.
5 women's teams as well.
another angle.
They're going to get started this afternoon at 4 p.m.
Probably double guns.
You can catch that live right here on the Curling Canada YouTube channel. Got Suzanne Burt from PEI, Corinne Brown out from Kamloops, British Columbia, Team Kelsey Rock from Edmonton, Casey Scheidegger out from Lethbridge, as well as Team Laura Walker from Edmonton.
Chili yet?
We're going to kick that off.
Underwear,
Again,
like,
4
ones on?
p.m. on our YouTube channel live. You'll be able to catch Suzanne Bird versus Corinne Brown.
Make some good
Yeah.
runners.
They got lucky too. They almost flashed that one, and then he got her side one. Otherwise, it's probably a tray ball. All right, Dan. Yeah, it'll be normal.
Looking around at other sheets here just to give you another quick update. Vincent Robert continues his 3-0 lead over Sean Meacham in the direct entry pre-trials event.
I think this one's tight.
Corey Chambers takes a 2-1 lead over JT Ryan. They're in the 5th end break. And then on the women's side, again, that A semifinals going on, and Jesse Hunkin still maintains 3-0 lead, though looks like that end has just wrapped up, and we might see an update soon on that end.
Good.
And in our other direct entry trials event, Mike McEwen taking on Matt Dunstone. Dunstone with a 3-2 lead after scoring 2 in the 4th end. Lots of great curling at the RA Center so far. Lots of great curling to come this week. A lot on the line for these teams. Very early in the season.
Running.
This looks like they're playing to come around that guard there.
14, should be good.
Looks like a lot of room there too. A lot of weight maybe. That'll stick around in the back.
Sorry, Con. I overleaned it.
Honestly, similar weights close.
It's a fine spot.
Yep.
Oh, and an update there on the A semi-final for the direct entry pre-trials event for the women. Maybe not. We had a scoreboard go up, and now I'm not sure. We'll wait for the scoreboard to get adjusted there. A steal of 3 for Jesse Hunkin representing North Battleford. That's Robin Silvernagel's team. So they're up 6-0 over Laurie St. George heading into the 5th end.
Like the second, like the last Ontario, I kind
be
of let up
good,
a little
but
bit in the lean, but I kept the turbo
Go ahead at the
going
end if you
basically
can.
the whole way.
Yeah, you can go all day. You can go. Beauty. Good shot.
2 nice guards there. Good separation between them.
Bite to 4.
Makes the double peel very difficult.
Exactly the type of opening a couple of rocks here from the lead that we needed for Colton Flasch.
Good bit less, eh? But we're okay. Lean or just clean?
All weight.
It's Connor Negevin here.
Bit of room still.
We're there.
Line's pretty good. Bite to 4.
Throwing his second.
Weight's good. No beats.
Heavy on the first maybe a bit, but
15-2. All you got, Case.
great shot here.
Real nice. Good shot.
Tucked away behind cover.
It's like a nice sweep on that one to get it into the 8-foot. Kind of blocks the direct draw line in there as well.
I don't know. That one's good back there, isn't it? It's kind of a catcher for us.
Am I playing back line? Yeah, just through.
Yeah.
Kevin Marsh here being directed to play backline weight. Looking to catch that one on the top 8.
Back 8.
Looks like he's trying to tap it just through and roll under the line of rocks.
Back 12. Back 12. Back line. Back line.
Looks like they're getting caught on that straight spot again. Oh, it's coming up nice now.
Great shot there.
Good shot.
Half rock.
Looks one. Just one.
Gunnlaugson with hammer this end, not really wanting to contend too much with anything or any of this junk here in the middle. We're going to see a peel here from Matt Wozniak.
Clean. Easy. Easy.
And just a single peel there. The double peel was really tough with them being far apart and lined up really nicely. So see them try to put it high again like the last one and line it up to still not give a double peel opportunity.
So let's let it work early.
Easy ones is trying to keep the pace up. Like not rush, but like when he's peeling the guard, let's make sure.
Weight's good. Weight's good. I think let it work if you can.
Got room.
Room. Too much room.
Well, past the
Yeah, we'll wait till the end, Kev.
Just, I think leave it higher at this point. We're not going to curl enough, so it doesn't matter. Just leave it higher.
Good shot.
You're going to have a good shot at something here.
Happy with the depth, I'd say, but maybe hoping that one would be over a little bit more.
Yeah, the angle for the double peel is definitely better, but it looks like they're just playing the single peel anyways.
Not really in a point of desperation here for Gunnlaugson, getting rid of one. Great result, chip away at that. I'm sure they'd be happy to just place the garden peel for the rest of the end.
Exactly.
I guess I should have gone for it.
Maybe some regret there.
Jason saying, oh, maybe I should have gone for it.
They could have just gone for it.
Still as quick as
That's what I was
it's been,
thinking,
eh?
but I was like, he's got something planned.
Yeah, I just didn't wanna-
Like at some point, they can always make it good.
yeah, we like. It's not like. Yeah,
Like I do think if you kill both guards, it's
it's pretty amazing. Yeah.
Callan Schneider here
Just if
coming
you
up.
need something blocking the
Line's
draw.
better.
Looking
Line's
again
good.
for that guard, center line guard, halfway through
Line's good.
the
Line's
free
good. It's
guard
gotta curl,
zone.
Brandon. It's got to curl, Brandon. Got to curl.
make it good. Yeah.
Nope.
That's good.
Hey,
Whoa,
even if you're short
whoa.
of it.
Looking to be very close
if
to
you're
where
top
Colton Flasch wanted that one to go. Very happy with that.
Yes, a little more curl on that one, which makes the double peel a little bit trickier.
I think so. Take on the double. Okay.
We're going to see Jason go for it this time here.
You're thinking, no, all air safe. Yeah, make it.
Clean. It's just half rocket.
Definitely the pro side on that one, just making sure that he gets the single peel.
Yeah.
Now we're at a point where
Is this,
Colton
is
Flasch
this
does
okay
need
this way, or-
Possible air. Too
a
safe.
little bit more in that 4-foot zone to
Yeah,
really
we can go
control
this way
it.
Too. This is fine.
It looks easier.
I'm just gonna have to give you guys a little extra weight. He's right. This, if we can stay wider this side, it's better because then there's not a run double. I think so. Yep.
So he's thinking he needs a little bit extra weight on this side. They haven't played it as much, so it's just a little bit more fresh for draw speed. Sweepers will have to sweep it a little more aggressively than on the other side of the sheet.
Yep. Yep.
Kevin and Dan Marsh really sweeping this one.
Keep going.
Needing to keep it straight, needing to make it just go a little bit further.
Looks like his weight was close, maybe a little bit on the light side, but it really curled.
I got 15-3 on that.
Jeez.
Okay.
Mine just walk on the
We
outside.
force
We
ourselves
had
to
a
one,
mile
but that's
out.
okay,
I
right?
think so. Or do you like just going there now?
Heel.
I like that.
Felt like I gave you guys quite a bit. Like that was more like a 14-5 throw.
Looking at the
I slayed pretty
straight
hard, I
peel
guess.
here, it looks like for Team Gunnlaugson, opening it up. Have last rock.
Yeah, I think he's pretty happy with the situation as long as that guard isn't there.
Hard. Clean. Really nice throw, Case.
No issue whatsoever for Adam Casey.
I think so, unless you tap that 4.
Yeah.
I get the draw call too.
The draw was definitely my first thought, but
Yeah.
then I was like,
Sucks, it doesn't
I
look
make
that
it,
well.
like he might have something like red back and
Like
kind of
it's
get
not- oh,
ugly.
yeah.
Make a top
One
button,
of
he
the
makes a
things
little
that
red
freezes
slash.
Might have to
very
switch
like, well, that was
gears
great.
here because the force to 1 is an okay situation with the amount of ends that are left. Whereas giving up a multiple isn't isn't as ideal with the score already being 4-2. So you might see them switch gears and play a hit and try to force instead.
I mean, you could also hit and roll behind this one. It's not easy, but What do you guys like?
First one.
Seem to be looking at a
Probably got to try to roll this way.
couple
then.
of options.
Sure. And like I threw it like absolutely perfect, but
I think they're deciding between a hit and roll off of that yellow rock top 8 or whether they want to come in and freeze to their rock back 4. Both are good options. It just depends
We just
what
gotta roll it here,
they're
so that-
seeing and how they're
so that
feeling.
there's no easy. Like,
Definitely
double
need to
rip,
feel
right?
some confidence in being able to
Okay, that's a shot.
make
I
that
like it.
draw. Otherwise, it could set up
Only
a
other
double
shots.
opportunity. Then you're looking at a pile of yellow.
Hey guys, this isn't bad either.
Also looking at maybe a draw to the top 4.
Okay, let's make this.
Okay.
We gotta throw solid hack because we want to hit quite a bit thin, but we also want to do nothing. Solid hack.
Yeah. I don't even think you need solid. I think hack's good. Like you want to roll low and you don't want to roll that far. But
Yeah.
okay, what do you think for Broom?
Two-thirds of the rock, so solid hack. Thinking there, positive.
Settling on the hit and the
I like
roll.
there with positive. I think it's gonna curl.
Yeah, I think it looks like they're trying to
Yes,
roll
we can always
underneath their red rock
Like
in the
touches
top
it
12.
I don't think you really moved it, though.
Solid hack.
But even if they roll a little bit farther than that, it's still a good result. They want to stick in the rings for sure. But definitely don't want to over curl this and jam it on their rock in the back 4 foot.
Colton Flasch needing to stay on the high side here. His first of the 5th end, trailing by 2 without hammer.
Yep. Whoa. Whoa. Off. Clean. Yep. Yep. Whoa. Whoa. Yep. Yep.
It's really close.
Whoa. It's a great shot.
Looks good.
Very nice, and nice weight control there, just hack weight. Makes it easier to manage with sweeping.
No, I didn't think I did.
You with me?
Yep.
Because,
Good
like,
shot.
yeah, that's pretty good.
it's pretty good.
Because we have the nose double if we need
Yep.
it. Yeah, but we can't play the double anyway. If I put it on here, he blows it all up, we know it's hit for 2.
I like this. It's good.
And I get to draw once for free, like.
Okay.
So Jason electing to play a freeze here.
What he was saying is because those 2 reds are in a position where it's a nose hit double,
Like I'm drawing.
he's thinking if
I'm
he
playing the shot
freezes
like that,
on
I'm
the
like
back
90%
4 red and then Colton Flasch blasts it to remove it from
Yeah.
the rings, he would also lose his back 4 rock, and then Jason Gunnlaugson would be able to hit on the nose of those red rocks and remove both from play for a score of 2. It's an example of thinking a couple shots ahead.
Definitely a talent that some of the best in our game have.
Easy then.
Line's good. That's perfect. Line's perfect. Line's tight. Line. 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 Line.
Needing it for line here.
Still line. Still
It's
line.
Matt Wozniak
Come
on the sweep.
Come on, one more. Go, 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 go. Shot, Jake.
Really nice weight on that one. I think they
you
just
get-
over
I think
curled it a little
makes
bit
it feel a
from
little
what they
harder.
wanted, and now it's lined up so that the red will jam into that back yellow.
Turn can you throw? Only the end probably.
Huh?
Probably only the end.
I think you can
Out
only-
turn's not enough. Maybe not enough room. I just hate to flirt with it. That's all.
Yeah, I think I gotta throw the end.
I agree. Yeah.
Yeah.
Trying to decide how much
They
they
were throwing
need to
some
hit of
here.
that.
Curled a little bit, but
I think his goal
They
would be to hit as
just-
close
they
to
don't
nose
feel it
as
straight.
possible so that he sticks his shooter, because if it could be almost the same result where if he rolls out all of those rocks, the yellow, the red, and the yellow that are all behind the tee line might all leave the rings, and then it could be a blank opportunity.
If he's not there, just the same ice, same draw.
Same draw mostly. I mean, I'll call it. I'll call the easiest one there.
Could be a good force opportunity here as well for Colton Flasch as he shoots his last here.
Right off.
A chance
Go ahead, Kev. Go ahead, anything.
Yeah, you gotta go.
Hard!
No, it's not going anywhere.
Okay.
Really nice shot.
We're trying to roll this way a bit.
I think we go same ice, same draw.
Same ice, same weight.
Just like that, Jason Gunnlaugson will get a chance to test out his draw weight here.
Pick would be great right now.
See, he just threw it, and it was perfect weight, so he's just going to throw the exact same shot again. He could hit that rock that's sitting in back button area, but if ever it rolls out, 3 steal is not an ideal situation. That's definitely what he wants to avoid. So by playing the draw that he just played, it's very hard to give up this multiple steal.
Overall, a very nicely executed end by Colton Flasch and his team. Looking like they're going to be putting the force here on Jason Gunnlaugson in the 5th end.
Yeah, sometimes it just takes scoring a couple points to get your confidence back and put some pressure on.
You can go ahead, Connor. Go ahead. You're good. Keep going right to it.
So well played end by
Shot,
both
Jake.
teams.
Good shot by Jason Gunnlaugson. He'll get the score of 1 here. He'll take a 5-2 lead as we head into the 5th end break here at the direct entry curling trials event here at the RA Center in Ottawa. We have about a 5-minute break here, so once we get back into action, we'll be sure to join you live. Thanks for tuning in, everyone, and we'll see you on the other side.
The second I called Marty, too late. Like I was kind of like anticipating it.
Get your tickets now at curling.ca.
Mine do the same
3 up
thing.
after 5
They're
is
brutal.
good. They can now just be smart here.
Welcome back, everyone, to the RA Center here in Ottawa. I'm Kyle Jans, joined by Emma Miskew as we bring to you the second half of action between Colton Flasch and Jason Gunnlaugson in the direct entry trials event. 5 teams competing. Jason Gunnlaugson, Mike McEwen, Colton Flasch, Matt Dunstone, Glenn Howard. 2 of them will earn and punch their tickets to the Tim Hortons curling trials in Saskatoon at the end of November. The other 3 will make their way over to Liverpool and Nova Scotia for the home hardware curling pre-trials. Big event for these guys coming in. Also have a lot of other curling action that we can share with you throughout here as well. We have a second pair of events, the men's and women's pre-trials direct entry events. A lot of teams, 8 teams in each gender competing for the opportunity to get 2 final pre-trial spots available. And in our feature game here, Jason Gunnlaugson having a great start. Both teams battling with some tricky ice conditions that they've needed to manage throughout the first due to a lot of humidity here in the capital of Canada. Colton Flasch, though, ending the first half there on a pretty good note, forcing Jason Gunnlaugson into one, and we'll have to see how he responds here in the second half of the game.
Yeah, they played a really great last end and put the force into play. So if they don't have to make it all back up right away here, even if they can just get 2 back on the board and or take away a little bit of that 3-point lead and then force the next end, then they would be in better shape to catch up here. But
should we go tight?
A lot of times teams try to make it all up at once and then go too aggressive, and then you get in trouble and it's hard to score 1.
Certainly a game of patience, and we are seeing that here as Colton Flasch elects to play a corner guard here with the first. That's from lead Dan Marsh.
Fresh. Hard slide ahead. Absolute rocket of a slide.
Gunner will play it into the house here. Jason Gunnlaugson having the opportunity to represent Manitoba at the past 2 Tim Hortons Briers, advancing to the championship pool.
Good that you're not like
each of those events. 2019, he had one of the most memorable curling shots of the year, maybe of the past decade. I couldn't even tell you what it is off the top of my head, but a run, double almost. A pretty exceptional shot. You can find it on our YouTube there. I think that was against Prince Edward Island, and they did that shot.
Yeah, I didn't see it before they threw it, but they saw it and it called and made. What a beautiful shot for the win. Called
and made too, which is the most amazing thing about that shot. There's nothing that Jason seems to be scared of in the house, and if he can make it work in his head, he can execute it for sure.
I think it's good. That wasn't a lot. Room though. Room, yeah, room all day. Room all day.
Colton Flasch here again electing for the double corner guard here.
No.
The left-hand side of the sheet.
The same as what got them their 2 points 2 ends ago, so trying to do the same, more of the same.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So we'll see how Jason responds to that.
Just the brush. It's always a like half-second quicker on that. It, like heats it up a little bit. It's almost like glass.
That's Matt Wozniak in the hack there.
At 2/3, I think we clean it. 2/3.
Joined the team, replace of Alex Forrest during the shortened 2020 season. Was back at the Tim Hortons Brier for the first time since 2018.
Almost biting. No, I think just leave it.
He, of course, was the team wild card at the time with Mike McEwen. Also has a bronze medal that he earned as Team Manitoba with McEwen back in 2017 at St. John's, Newfoundland.
Okay, buddy, let's go. Yep.
It's fast after the month.
Weight's good.
They're electing to play in here, it looks like.
Yeah, it looks like they're playing off the top 12 rocket, but they're going to try to save their shooter.
Sit. Sit.
Hoping to stick that around. Looks like it's just going to bite on the 12. Great shot.
Yeah, really good shot. They
This hit.
cleared one rock from the center line, and they were able to stick their shooter.
I think it did, but. Good shot, Kev.
Norm.
Should have something to freeze to there now.
Jason here now looking like he has a good opportunity to hit that one on the wing.
Yeah, they can definitely see the
Yeah.
whole rock. What they want to avoid is rolling underneath those guards, because if they do that, they will be rolling behind the tee line, and then it's just backing for Colton Flash's team to throw a draw under there.
Great shot. Teach Matt.
So it looks like he does get the backing there. That could be used.
Yeah, better to roll that far, though, than right under those corner
Right in
guards.
behind, because that one still looks pretty
Got
exposed.
her hit and roll again.
Said you've missed my celebration of your good shot twice now. I'm not going to do it a third time.
Same weight.
And twirl into the old belt pocket.
Colton looking to have Kevin Marsh here play a pretty similar shot to what he just did. That same weight that he just threw, hack weight. Roll it off to the wing again, hoping this time to stay a little behind the cover though.
Go, go.
It's really close.
Heavy.
Hard roll, Dan. Hard, 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 hard. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Good.
It's a great shot. Might have rolled a little farther than they wanted it to, but
Yeah.
one of the control rocks, top 8 of the opposition's rocks, is
Good
no
shot, Kev.
longer there. So
I think you
mission
were on the corner,
accomplished.
right? I could easily get him with the out-turn. Like I can
We're
see
just
it
a little
going.
tighter.
Not
on
the
line
type
and
of
curl a
rock
little
that
more.
the Gunnlaugson team is
kind of like
looking
a
to
line.
chase here. So they're going to play it out to
Where
the
if you
wing
get out
and
to
looks
it,
to
it doesn't
freeze
come
up
back
on
really.
that rock that was just rolled in by Flash's team.
Yeah, freeze is great. I think ideally they want to be a little higher than the freeze, just to make
Just see, just
it harder for Colton Flash's team to freeze back on their rock.
Curl. Curl. Nick the top one. No, it's good.
Oh! Oh!
Really nice sweep to get that by the guard.
Hoping to sweep, or hoping for it to curl, and it does catch that rock.
Yeah.
So they had to sweep really hard for line to make sure it got by the guard there. And in doing that, you add a little bit of extra weight on the rock, so that's why it ended up being a little heavier than they thought at the end.
Ooh, it looks like a lot. Is that a lot? Solid hack, you said.
Callan Schneider here, looking for some solid hack weight. 2020 Tim Hortons Briar bronze medalist with Matt Dunstone's team. Dan Marsh holding it, and Kevin Marsh getting the finish.
I think they caught in between there a little. They were originally trying to roll to the other yellow rock, but I think when they saw it curling, then they tried to switch gears and maybe get it under the guard a little bit, and kind of rolled right in between.
Stuck in no man's land.
How was weight there? Yeah.
Close. Yep. Yep. Oh.
Great line.
shot. You know it's always going to be close when you get the yeah, whoa, yeah,
Should be full
whoa.
go here.
Yeah, as a sweeper,
15-2-5.
you try to just stay close, but the on-off is not easy to keep
Top tee.
jumping up and down. So I'm sure he was
15-2-5
just cleaning
tee
that,
here, I
knowing
think.
it was really
I
close.
got a 15 on Flashes a few ends ago, and it was back 8.
Yes.
Still a good opportunity to get a draw in and around those guards, and there's backing as well.
The speed was really good. Like,
Felt good.
First, and I wasn't like.
Line's good. Yep. Yep. Line's good.
Line's good.
Line's good.
Line's good.
Oh.
Roll in.
It's got to curl a bit. It's got to curl a bit.
Dan, hard.
Marsh Brothers
No,
once again
sit.
on the sweep.
Really nice shot there, well managed.
Right.
They're not shot rock, but the shot rock is wide open right now.
Yep, 100%. Okay.
So now the thinking from Jason is to ignore those rocks on the side there, and he's electing to play, it looks like maybe top 8 or so behind cover, or what's his thought here?
Yeah, I think he was saying that they're trying to go top 8, top 4 around that guard, and they want to make sure that they are at least buried behind the guard, if not over buried, so that it's the other side of the sheet that you could see a little piece. I think it's a bit more challenging on that other side of the sheet to chase or tap back the rock, so they want to make sure they force that side if anything.
Jason Gunnlaugson sitting with a 5-2 lead here.
Line's close. Line's good, line's good. Room. A lot of room, always was. Much as you can.
Hoping to bury this as much as they can.
It's good.
Really nice line. I think a little deeper than they were hoping for, but
The only problem is, it's just got
very
that.
good.
It's good, Jay.
It's good.
It's coming in there.
I guess the only other thing is just nose it. It's probably best. Nose it, force him to do something. If he doesn't, we got. Yeah, like I think you can actually move it here and get to nose. Like I think so.
Just back 12?
Yeah,
I get that one
it comes in there
shot,
hot. Then we kind of have a couple options, right?
Okay, just back 12. You don't back 8, you only top it. You get to the nose, you tap it right to here.
Yep, you bet.
Good discussion from Catlin and Colton there. Looking at the
was
trying to
gonna say
play
edge.
maybe back 8,
Let's play it pretty
back
tight. I
12
think. Let's
weight
sweep it a bit.
onto that shot rock there.
Just back house.
Back 12 with the nose.
Yeah, I think
Ideally,
they're
right on
just
the
trying
beak.
to stay on the nose. They originally thought if they rolled a little bit to be in front of the yellow that's back 8, that would be good. But then they realized that might leave a flat double for Jason Gunnlaugson, which is not what they want. That's not the shot you want to leave for him.
Kind of in his wheelhouse from what I understand.
Just back 12.
Close. Where are we? Whoa. Clean. Whoa. Yep. Whoa. 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 Room. Go ahead. Yep. Yes. Hard. Hard line. Hard line all the way. Line's
Dan and
really
Kevin
good.
Marsh on the
Hard, guys.
sweep.
You gotta get shot.
Getting
Come on,
it by
go,
the
go,
front.
Go, go. Keep going. Go.
Trying
Go,
to
go,
lock
go.
it on. Over curls a touch on them here.
So close, just a couple feet light, and then the finish, it finishes so much more at the end.
Like ideally, yeah.
And I think like, yeah.
Here, Jay?
I think we take a touch. Yeah, same ice, same.
So Jason will try to lock that,
We just gotta beat the wing.
freeze it on, and it looks like, what do you say, he wants to beat the wing there.
Yeah, I think they want to sit just directly in line with their yellow, but on top of the red rock.
It's being second shot not necessarily important here for them.
No, I mean, it would be nice, but not at the risk of bouncing off and then leaving a double for 2.
Okay, line's good.
Close up. Yep.
Line's perfect.
Line's, okay, well. Just bite top button, top button, top button. Clean up.
Connor Negevin, Matt Wozniak.
Get second. Good shot, Jay.
Putting that pretty much where they wanted it, I would say.
Yeah, I think they're calling line at the end. They thought it might go a little bit, but it's in a really great spot.
With what? For what?
I don't know. There's nothing for two.
It's only a shot.
Now Colton Flasch left with some decision making here with his last on the 6th end.
Yeah, I think what Catlin was saying there is the only shot that they do have for a score of 2 is to angle the tight corner guard into the button.
So there's a corner guard up there. Can't quite be seen on the screen there, but they are looking at a run there. Maybe we can get a look at that.
They definitely can't play a ton of weight at it because there is a risk if you hit it into that top 4 yellow that you would give up even more than 1. Yellow's only shot 1 right now, but if they play this with weight and hit it into the top yellow, which is very close to making the shot, just a little too thin, it could turn into a steal of 3 instead.
Looking at another run back option here on the red. Of course, there are some rocks there out in the free guard zone, hoping that we can get a look at them here so that folks at home can see the options that the Flash team here has of being able to run in a few.
Heavy hack. Well, you can't throw much because it's going to be spinning down, right? So you kind of just have to tap. Yeah, but you can't have too much.
I understand that.
Yeah. So board's close.
You can get raised with base.
And there's a look at them there.
Yeah.
Third?
I think it's even less than that. Go ahead, I'll look at it.
Okay.
If there was an easier shot for 1, they might be looking at it, but it's another cold draw to the pin, so I think they're thinking it might be worth the risk.
It's a thin. Third's close, though.
I got a third.
The goal here, Emma, would that be to hit angle that red one in and hit the yellow that is sitting shot behind the tee or basically on the tee?
Yeah, so just straight into that. And I think they're only playing board weight. So board weight when you hit, I think they're only trying to hit a quarter of this. It probably won't tap it very far. They only need to tap it a foot to be shot 2.
Really hard.
Did see a similar light angle raise earlier on
Really
from Colton Flasch. Let's see what he can do here.
He's pretty close on that.
Just shot with that weight.
They swept it the whole way, so a little wider and he would have been real close.
Yeah, just gonna.
It's another steal of 1 here from Jason Gunnlaugson. They go up 6-2 over Colton Flasch after 6 ends of play. Around the sheets, we've got in our pre-trials direct entry event, Vincent Roberge leading 3-2 over Sean Meacham. So Sean Meacham getting on the board. And then also Corey Chambers getting the best of JT Ryan so far in the battle of the 2 Winnipeg teams. They lead 4-1 at this point. Those 2 teams are in a triple knockout bonspiel essentially for the 2 final spots that are available to the Home Hardware Curling pre-trials. On the women's side, Jesse Hunkin or Robin Silvernagel's team, they're looking very good right now against Laurie St. George in the A-side semifinal of the women's. They lead 8-0 right now. It looks like we have a good game brewing up in the trials direct entry between Mike McEwen and Matt Dunstone. They're tied up at 4 now after Dunstone scoring 1 in the 6th. McEwen now has hammer in the 7th end in that one.
Full back 4? No. Yeah.
All the curling available at curling.ca/scoreboard. All the latest scores, all the latest rosters and stats. Be sure to check it out. And of course, we'll be broadcasting all 4 draws every day from now until Sunday. Every action and every draw that's going to be happening here at the RA Center, we'll have it on our YouTube channel for you. You can check out the full broadcast schedule at curling.ca/broadcast.
Halfway, or a little higher than halfway.
Mine's good.
Okay, weight's close too. It's coming down hard.
Gunnlaugson throwing his first into the rings here. Once again, Colton Flasch looking for an opportunity to generate some points here and starting with those corner guards. Less of a need for Jason to play aggressive at this point and put stuff out in front, I'm sure.
Yeah, I think he's now trying to just make sure that they line up their rocks the best they can. So that one is in a great spot, full top 4. So I think ideally they want to go just in front of it.
We're still there. Still there. I just need to decide. Whoa. Great spot. Whoa.
Getting it by that corner there, just playing a nice top 4 shot there.
Yeah, that's a really nice spot. Try to line up their corner guards here now.
A good leads for.
That was Connor Negevin, of course. Represented Manitoba at the 2010 Canadian Juniors. He played second for Alex Forrest. Alex Forrest was on the team back in 2019, the first time that these 4 players got to represent Manitoba together at the Brier level.
Okay, we're good.
He's a real estate agent, Royal LePage, part of the Neufeld group. That Neufeld might be familiar to many, and Denny Neufeld, who of course curled with Mike McEwen back in the day with Matt Wozniak, who's on the team now. BJ Neufeld, of course, his brother, out with Kevin Cooey.
So now they're trying to go tight and line it up with those 2 well-placed rocks in the 4-foot. To make the run back difficult, but it looks like this one's running a little bit on them and is going to go back in the rings.
Okay.
All 3 in play for Gunnlaugson, but of course Colton Flasch has to ignore that for now, has to get some rocks in prime scoring position.
Eventually, you'll probably see him try to move those rocks around, sit in front, create maybe a pocket so that the peel out isn't that easy.
Tell him we don't want to. We don't want to.
Line's good. Dean. Line's good. Dean back 4.
Yeah, stay close, Dan. Stay close. We want it back there, probably.
That looks like good, close to T-line weight here.
Yeah, it's a great shot there. You probably don't want to bring that too far behind where that is now, only because those yellows eventually are going to be moved around a little, and you don't want to have a rock that could be jammable.
I don't mind going around it once. Yeah. I think we got to go around this center.
So this looks to be an interesting call, opting to play to the back 12 here, looking to put it in a position, I guess, where it could count potentially in the future, but also need to make sure that it's not in a jammable play location as well.
You have to throw
I think they're thinking that they see some overlap and it's not an easy run back, but those 2 rocks in the 4-foot, if you hit what you can see of that, I think there's a bit of drag. So I think it'll run back onto this rock even if it's back there.
Still there. Back 12. Back 12.
I feel like trying to tap and rearrange them a little bit.
Back 12 still.
To create a pocket might have been a better option.
Stay close, Flash. Go ahead, go ahead. Okay, good shot, Kev.
It's a pretty great shot.
Tough shot.
You can also just, we could freeze and get completely out of this end, but that would also work. Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Calling the run back here, but if he just peels it out, they're still in a pretty good spot being up 4.
Hard, Jake! Hard, Jake!
So that red rock does stick around in the back 12 there just off screen, but they do clear open that side quite a bit.
Whatever you think.
Yeah, and that rock definitely would have gone out had it not just kissed their own rock and the forefoot there. Sometimes those back 12 rocks end up being counters, so they'll have to be careful.
Is that too much ice?
That's what happens to me at club play. I get tunnel vision and want to draw, and then all of a sudden the opposition's has a hit for 4 at the end.
Pinch of the hair. I pinch of the hair. Go ahead. Yep. Hard line. Hard line. Hard line. Hard line.
Catlin Schneider here trying to bury one right in behind.
That was well swept early. I think he said he pinched it a bit, so that can sometimes
Draw to the back one.
curl on you, but they were able to hold it for him and a really great draw there.
Thanks.
Same weight as I threw last time, good? Was that? Okay. You like that, Connor?
And now they're switching gears and playing the freeze onto the back red.
We probably got to hit and roll this way.
Not 4. Go ahead, then. Go ahead. Play the weight. That's good. Back 8's good.
Adam Casey hoping for back 8 weight.
Oh! Line's good.
Hard flash.
Let's see what
hard
he
flash.
does here.
Any bounce you can get. Hard.
Manages to get just that back one there.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. Like 3/4, 7/8. 7/8.
So now they're going to make a play on those top 3 yellows. They have no choice. Yellow is sitting 4.
Okay.
So I think what they're hoping here is to get
sliver low.
at least like 2 of
Fair
these
more.
yellows out. I think you can only get 2 out, but they definitely want to save their shooter. You don't want to roll out.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Whoa! Curl a hair. Curl a hair.
Couple of them moving there.
Yeah, that's not a bad result.
Looks a little less intimidating when you're throwing red rocks into that type of
middle one's
house.
spun a long way.
Like, I don't think I can go over the top without killing it.
Okay.
Like, even if I nut at the back and make that, it's real good.
Yep. Okay.
So it looks like his
Heel or firm's the only question.
prime objective
Firm,
here
and
is
she
to
runs
make
pretty
the
true,
double
half rock.
on the 2 reds that are
Skinny
above
half's
the
perfect,
tee
but half
line.
makes it.
Because then his shooter will be sitting under that guard
You're playing this,
along
just
with
playing
having
this?
2 yellows counting at the back of the house. So sitting 3 without a real great double opportunity.
Insert firm and make like the double behind the corner. And then whatever happens back there. It's gonna be
Good opportunity here for Jason Gunnlaugson.
yeah, it's like stick that.
Hoping to compete at his first Tim Hortons curling trials as a skip since 2009, back when he was a young gun, qualifying through the pre-trials.
Oh! Oh! Whoa! 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 Whoa!
Gets one. Just rolling over that second.
So he didn't think that he could roll over top, and I think
Yeah.
it maybe got caught in between
tough,
at the
but-
end. He said whoa so that he could stay
I mean, even if you
around
nick
and so
it,
just roll over there.
push this back a bit.
But it had so much weight that it spun to the top of that red rock and then rolled up a
guess the other
bit.
shot
So
is just throw it
it's
hard.
actually not
there
out counting
and
any
get
of the
all
red
threes.
rocks.
Guess the only thing is you rolled it, you miss it, rolled it here. He just knows doubles, and then you don't really
I
have
think
it.
we're trying to roll a little further, but I think we're probably
Wow.
rolling to
Either way, he's got a double.
Yeah, I know he's got to make it. If he misses it, I have doubles for him.
Yeah.
No matter what, he's going to miss
Yep.
the shot, right?
Okay. We played this a few ends ago, a little farther on this side, but
Just hot.
Okay, we gotta get going here.
Should have loaded.
Okay.
Like,
So they're
I
trying
was
to
pretty
play
sure they were jamming at the back and
like
kinda
just
trying to
through the
roll
house
to a good
weight,
spot.
tap the yellow rock with the yellow rock that's just back forward out of the rings, but they don't want it to curl so much that they hit the other yellow rock that's directly behind it, because then it's just going to go closer to the red and make their life a little bit more difficult. So they're trying to just hit only that back 4 yellow rock out and roll over and sit second, third, fourth, fifth shot
Everything but
and hope
first.
for a miss.
Yep. Yes. Hard.
Colton Flasch with the delivery
Really
here.
hard.
Just wanting to
Really
kiss
gotta
it,
go.
but they
Really
need
gotta
Kevin
go.
Marsh to hold the
Hard,
line.
hard, 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 hard all the way, hard all the way. Come on, come on.
Can't get rid of either there.
No, it looks like that was the weight they were trying to throw it. Maybe just curled a little earlier than they were expecting.
Okay.
He's always getting 2.
Yeah, he's always getting 2. The question is, can you just hit this one and do the same thing?
I think so. Like
But then he can.
he's got a catcher.
Yeah.
It's close whether it goes over this one or not.
It's pretty hard to move this rock in, but yeah, I agree what you're saying.
I don't know, we just make the double.
I think we just make. Yeah, I get what you're saying though.
If we just make this double, his shot gets impossible. Even if you just roll it in anywhere.
Yeah, yeah.
Just make this double ourselves or roll it in there.
Yeah, and if we nose it, I think it's really, really, really hard anyways. In turn normal.
Okay, I like that.
I think his 2 would just be a draw for 2 if they nose this back one.
His question is, can he come in?
Can he what?
He can make it like that. I think we just make this double, and if we get up 3,
Can he make it around the horn? Is that what he's concerned with?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, he can. If we're right there, it's easier out. He goes into here, into here. It's not easy, but.
I don't know if there's such thing as an easy around the horn.
I've never heard of that before.
They really respect their
I get
opponent's
you.
hitting
Like if you jam
ability.
and it's 3's a gimme. Like this one is 3's hard. Yeah, let's roll it low.
So ultimately, the call here is to remove that flash stone, roll it to the middle.
Yeah, I think they're even saying that if they
Yeah, roll into it. Yep.
hit it thinner and roll right into their back yellow and even move that rock out of the rings, it's still, they're not seeing a shot for 3. Whereas they said if they nose it, they're thinking the around the horn might be a shot option for 3.
Easy, easy. Clean.
All about limiting your opponent's chances this late in the game in the 7th end. Jason Gunnlaugson
Really good shot.
gets that roll over, even sticks around that yellow one. And that will just leave what looks to be a draw for 2 here for Colton Flasch.
Yeah, it's a really tough, like I think if you had to play a shot for 3, you maybe could run the T-line red in there with lightweight and hope to make that those back yellows go, but that's really hard. Getting 2 here still keeps you in the game.
That's certainly a shot saved for the 10th end.
Exactly.
Colton Flasch has had draw weight before.
Line's a little tight.
Will he have it
Line's
again
tight.
here in the 7th end?
Okay, line's good. Do we need backing? Whoa, then. Whoa, right off, right off. It's got to curl. Kevin, go ahead. Kevin.
Looking to play off the backing,
Might be stop. Okay.
and that'll be good. Score of 2 for Colton Flasch. He trails 6-4 as we head into the 8th end of this game between Jason Gunnlaugson and Colton Flasch. Looking around the scoreboard here, and give you a few more updates. We got our other direct entry trials event game here between Mike McEwen, Matt Dunstone. Matt Dunstone leading 5-4 after a steal of 1 in the 7th end. two men's pre-trials direct entry games going on right now. Vincent Roberge holds on and maintains that 3-2 lead over Sean Meacham after back-to-back blanked ends. They're playing in the 8th right now in Skip Stones. And in the other one, Corey Chambers looks to be in commanding lead here. 5-1 over JT Ryan. Both teams from Winnipeg there. There's also a women's game going on, an A semifinal match. The winner will advance to play Carrie Galusha in the A side final. Winner of that will be in a very good potential, or very good position rather, to earn a home hardware curling pre-trial spot, as they'll have 2 chances at it. Jessie Hunkin looks to be in that good position here. It looks like she'll be going on to face Carrie Galusha. She currently holds an 8-1 lead over Laurie St. George, who just scored her first. A few more ends to play in that one, so we'll keep you updated as well.
That was guarding second, third, and I was like, you just hit and sit another. I can go back to the tape. 4-4.
Flasch wanting to play for the steal here, clearly by putting out that that front center guard, just a little off the center line. Jason Gunnlaugson saying if they're going to put that one up, then we're just going to draw behind. They're going to try and take control of the scoring zone here early on in this end.
Yeah, if you can get 2 in there right under the guard, it makes it really tough for Colton Flash's team to be able to use their guards.
That was going to be good.
We gotta go on that a bit. Gonna go halfway.
So they ideally want this to be lined up with their first guard, but in the tight guard position, as close to the rings as they can for maximum
We can
separation.
get it there. Come on.
The more separation between the guards, the harder the double peel.
Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Don't stop. Don't stop. Don't stop. Don't stop.
These ones looks to be a good amount of separation. I think maybe they wanted it a touch closer.
Yeah, just they thought it was a little light right out of the hands, so it was a great sweep to get it as far as they got it.
The Gunnlaugson team will waste no time. It looks like Connor is prepared to put another one right on the beak of the one he just threw there. That's touching the button. Matt Wozniak and Adam Casey both on the sweep here.
Yeah, I think that they're sweeping for a line and for weight. They want to, their ideal positioning would be to line it up and sit right on top, but that's a really good spot there as well.
Looks to be very good line, tucked away very nicely.
Yeah.
They're trying to move this. Gotta come this way. Just T-line.
Let's top 4.
T-line.
Top 8. Stop 8. A little bit, yeah. Yeah, it is. Give us 5 extra feet.
So I think they're playing to tap the rock that's just above the tee line back a little bit
I got right on that. Right
to be able to potentially freeze on it and have a control rock. But this is the side of the sheet that hasn't been played very much, and it seems like it's pretty challenging.
Challenging indeed, as that one really just seemed to cut right over here.
Looks like the end.
The third to a corner? Or do you want to go like that?
Yeah, I like that. I like this one.
This way. Third or left.
Yeah.
Peel attempt here from Matt Wozniak. We'll get the 2.
Yeah.
Spins that one nicely out.
Nice double peel there.
Boy, shooter.
Great throw.
We gotta make a decision quick.
Great shot.
And Caitlin Schneider
Same shot.
keeping this team on task here. They got about 7 minutes left on their clock, it looks like, for 3 ends to play. So time looks to be a factor for this team as we head into the latter part of the game.
Yeah, that's definitely less time than you'd like.
Especially when you're in a position of really needing to think through all your decisions of how you can maximize your point production over these last 3 ends.
Yeah.
Couple timeouts, of course, though.
Yes. Seems like they just missed the line call on that one, unfortunately. Now we'll just see the straight peel, and it's going to be a tough steal for Colton Flash's team.
There it goes.
Now they're trying to tap that yellow one in to create a pocket.
Stab it back, create a pocket.
I think the 8's worse.
Caitlin Schneider's first here
Yeah, like here.
in the 8th end.
Easy early. Line's good, yep. Line's good. Clean, yep. Whoa. Whoa. Yep. Yes. Yep. Yep. Yep.
It's a really nice shot.
Good weight control, nice touch. Gets that pocket as intended here.
Normal.
But Gunnlaugson and his team here in a pretty enviable position.
Yeah.
Imagine being down 11-1, playing 8 and still playing.
Yep. Oh.
So just trying to stick their shooter somewhere in the rings, potentially count it later on.
All right, freeze it in there.
Really nice shot.
I threw it pretty hard, I felt like. Did you think I threw it hard?
Good communication in the weight.
I kicked a little tight, so I want to make sure I zipped it to.
Trying to freeze right in that pocket that they created.
Into the hair. Yep, hard line.
And then it won't be able to be removed from play as long as they don't tap those yellow rocks.
Really needing to hold the line here. Need to get it there.
Oh, really great freeze just on the wrong side of the rock they were trying to freeze to. If that was the other way, they would not be able to remove it, but I think now it goes.
Yeah, just chill, man.
Yeah.
Sure. He's right. Like, we do bear it.
Yeah, we're going to see peel weight here from Adam Casey. Yeah, just not quite on that side, as you mentioned there, Emma. And now, real good opportunity to punch it out with some high weight.
You're picking.
We're just trying to avoid hitting out their own rock. That was shot rock in the forefoot, but he went a little thin, so he took that rock out as well. And changed around real quickly there, so it's looking like a blank end now, which is something that they discussed and they were happy with.
Controlling that, I would say controlling the hammer in the even end. I guess you are, in a way, still being able to blanket and maintain that lead heading into the 9th, which is still very advantageous with a 2-point lead.
Yeah, up 2 with hammer. You could be happy blanking the rest of the game.
Okay. Is that like firm-ish? Came down a bit.
Yeah.
We'll be back on the air at Curling Canada's YouTube page. 4 p.m. Eastern, we're slated for. We're going to see the first of the direct entry trials women's competition. We'll have PEI's Suzanne Burt up against Corinne Brown from British Columbia. Two teams that we've had the pleasure of getting to watch over the past couple Scotties Tournament of Hearts. And there are 5 teams that will be competing in that event for 3 trial spots. So 60% of that field will move on, which is very advantageous for those 5. The other 2 will, of course, go to the home hardware curling pre-trials in Liverpool. However, that direct entry, that direct path, much preferred by these teams, being able to manage schedules. Lots of teams don't necessarily want to be able to play that late October event when they could be preparing for a trials event.
Okay, keep going, back 8's perfect. Good spot,
Freeze.
Skipper.
What do you think?
We look to have our first final on the board here. We've had some handshakes in the game between Corey Chambers and JT Ryan in the direct entry pre-trials. Those teams on the B side there. And it'll be Corey Chambers who advances after a 7-1 win against JT Ryan. JT Ryan getting his opportunity through the C side now of this event.
They were trying a freeze there to hopefully force this end, and just a little heavy, ran straight, and it'll be a draw for 2.
Your back line, you're in yours.
Good opportunity here for Jason Gunnlaugson.
What are we doing?
Shots, give it. Good pair.
Assuming we're not playing then?
Going to land that draw for 2.
I think it's probably.
They're taking an 8-4 lead.
Okay, that's what I'm assuming.
And it looks like that is the game indeed. So we have our final here on this game. Jason Gunnlaugson picking up his first win of the event. Wins this one 8-4. Colton Flasch drops to 0-2. Those teams will continue on in this event. Many more games to come. Good opportunities still for Flasch to bounce back here soon. And that will do it for us here. Thank you for joining us. We'll be back on Curling Canada's YouTube page for the afternoon direct entry women's draw as mentioned earlier at 4 p.m. Eastern. You can join us there. Suzanne Burt versus Corinne Brown. Can't wait to see you there. On behalf of Emma Miskew, I'm Kyle Jans. Thank you for joining us.
Get your tickets now at curling.ca.